I had an epiphany.
Really?
I had an epiphany that will change my life forever. An epiphany that has already begun to have a noticeable effect on the way I live my life. And an epiphany which will revolutionize not only my life, but hopefully your lives and the lives of everyone who's listening, which eventually will lead to a revolution of the entire world, which will change it for the better, alter the course of future history, and just usher us into a new golden age of like peace and understanding and love. So there's a little bit of backstory here before I get to my epiphany, because I came to a realization, and that realization led me to an epiphany. So, I was, as is so often the case, hungry.
Really? Is that a function of normal human behavior, and that led you to get an epiphany?
I am one of you, fellow humans. Hey, listen. Hunger has led mankind to all of its most important epiphanies, right?
I guess so.
Where do you think fire came from, right? Fire was like two dudes looking at some gross piece of dead mammoth and was like, this is gross. I wish this was tastier. So they invented fire, right? Epiphany, all because they didn't want to eat the gross, slimy, dead mammoth, so they cooked it. And they were like, oh man, this sucks to eat it with our hands because it's all hot and like slippery and whatever, right? Boom. Forks, epiphany, right? And they were like, oh man, it sucks to make forks out of wood, right? We need to make our forks out of something better. So they invented metal. Boom, epiphany. So, like, I was just going through my fridge and I had, like, the stuff to make, like, a Greek salad. Like, I had cucumber and tomato and, like, feta and stuff. So I was like, I'll make a Greek salad. So I put it all together and I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, this salad is really lame. And, like, salads in general are kind of lame. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's a lot of work to, like, eat this salad. It's all in, like, these little, like, fragmented pieces and I'm all, like, because everything's, like, these tiny little cubes, right? You've got, like, a tiny little cube of tomato and, like, a tiny little cube of feta, this tiny little chunk of olive and this, like, little scrap of lettuce. And you're like, this is the worst. You're, like, chasing everything down with your fork and you're like, this is the worst. It was, like, a good salad, but it was, like, challenging to eat.
Challenging salad. All right.
It was a difficult salad. It was a monumental task to overcome.
Did you like innovate your
So I
technique?
innovated, right?
Okay.
So I also had some pita lying around, and I was like, this is like a very good Greek dinner. I'm going to have my Greek salad, and I'm also going to have a pita or two, right? So I'm looking at these pita, and I'm like, man, these pita on their own are sad and boring, because it's just like a pita, right? It's got nothing on it, it's got nothing in it, it's just kind of like a sad, lonely pita. But I've also got like this really boring, challenging salad.
And
then I came to a realization, which was not my epiphany, but I came to a realization, which was that I could combine the two to create a taco. I could make a Greek taco by taking my sad, boring, low-energy pita and folding it into a taco shape and stuffing all the Greek salad stuff into the middle of the taco, right? And suddenly it was amazing because, like, I could just eat it.
Yes, that is what you do with food.
Like, I wasn't chasing all this, like, tiny little, like, cubes of stuff around with my fork. It was just in my hand, and I was eating it. And it was astounding because, like, the pita became exciting, and the Greek salad was easy to eat, and, like, I didn't need the fork anymore, and it was just in my hand, and it was revolutionary, man, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, so
that's not what the story
my realization...
ends, okay.
No. This is merely the lead up to the revelation which led to the epiphany. I came to this revelation that the taco was the superior way to eat food. Like, it was all the same ingredients, but when you put it in the taco, suddenly it was exciting. It was interesting. Like,
sure, I guess.
Like your standard taco, you know, it's like beef and cheese and lettuce. And like you take all those things, you put them in a sandwich. It's just like, oh, whatever. It's like a boring beef sandwich, right? But like you take all those exact same ingredients and you put them in a taco and suddenly it's exciting, it's interesting, it's cool. You say, hey, this guy across the street is giving out like half-price beef sandwiches. Everyone's like, who gives a crap? It's just a beef sandwich. I've already got one in my lunchbox. But you're like, this guy across the street is giving out half-price tacos. It's like, it's all the same ingredients. It's all the same stuff, but you put it in a taco. Suddenly it's like, oh man, this guy's giving out half-price tacos, and that's super interesting. Everybody wants some of that. Everyone wants those tacos, but they're kind of like they're the same thing, right? But just the physical fact that it's in a taco form makes it more exciting. It makes it more interesting. It makes it better. And then I had this epiphany, this incredible revolutionary epiphany, which will change my life forever. Will change your life forever. Will change the lives of everybody on this fair planet forever.
What is your epiphany?
I realized that you can take virtually any meal and make it into a taco. So that for the rest of my life, everything I eat, no matter what it is, can be tacos. I can have tacos for every meal. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it revolutionary? It's brilliant. It's genius. God, tacos.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. Like, okay,
No. It's like, right? Like you're having like a Greek salad and it's a pita. You fold the pita, you put the salad in the pita, boom, it's a taco, right? Like, you're making a sandwich, but you're like, oh, the sandwich is boring. You take the bread, you fold it in half, you put all the stuff in the middle, boom, it's a taco.
I don't
right?
think
you're having breakfast, right? You've got like pancakes and eggs and whatever. You take the pancake, you fold it in half, you put the eggs in the middle, you put the sausage in the middle. Boom, you've got a taco.
Is that really a revelation? I'm pretty sure, like,
no, it's not a revelation.
That.
Haven't you been listening? This is the Epiphany. The revelation was that tacos are inherently better. The Epiphany.
The Epiphany
was that any food can be made into a taco.
I mean, what about
therefore you can eat tacos
cereal
for every
taco?
Meal.
How's that work?
What do you mean? What about cereal tacos?
Yeah, you said any food, right? So this is like
give me a minute. I'm thinking.
like
no, so you get like
right.
I said almost any food.
Oh, I didn't hear it almost. I heard it pretty much. You're
no,
like
no,
any food. Any food whatsoever.
Any food that isn't inherently a liquid.
Okay.
But you can't make soup into a taco. Actually, you know what? Hold that thought.
All right.
Hold that thought. I had an incredible idea. I had an incredible, amazing idea. Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. I hope you're wearing reinforced socks because I'm going to blow them the hell off.
I don't even have socks on. All right.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Actually, neither do I, but still.
Well, touche.
No. You take the milk, right, from the cereal. Actually, no. So you take your cereal, right, and you let it sit in the milk. So if you're eating like Nesquik or whatever, where it like soaks into the milk and turns into chocolate milk, even better, right? So you let your like cereal sit in the milk for a little while, so that like kind of becomes like mush, and like all the flavors seep into the milk, and then you take that and you mold it into like a taco shape, right? Like that gooey, like gross stuff.
Okay.
You mold it into a taco shape, and then you freeze it, right? So it's almost like ice cream with cereal chunks in it. Then you can put like whatever you want in the middle. But now it's an ice cream taco. Isn't that fantastic? It's amazing. It's the best idea you've ever had. Ice cream tacos, right? Boom, cereal flavored ice cream tacos. Come at me, bro.
Well, okay. I mean, I guess that is true. You could, but I still don't quite see the appeal of putting things in taco form. Like what actually
tacos are inherently better.
But why? Why is
you don't need like I was saying, it's like tacos are just inherently exciting. Like there's a lot of foods, right, where people are like, oh man, they've got soup in the cafeteria. People are like, who cares? Like, oh, they've got sandwiches in the cafeteria. Ah, who cares? Man, they've got tacos in the cafeteria. That's awesome.
I don't think it's necessarily the taco.
Free tacos
right?
is amazing.
It seems It seems like
taco is amazing.
Like,
no, but it's all the same stuff, right? Sandwich, taco, it's all the same stuff in it. But the fact that it's in a taco makes it inherently better, right? No one will be excited for beef sandwiches Tuesday, but you say beef tacos Tuesday, and everyone's like going crazy for that. Everyone wants those tacos. Taco Tuesday is like a huge thing. You see a sandwich Saturday? Of course you don't. That would be stupid.
You know, I honestly, I do not get you. Because, like, I don't even really...
It's okay. My genius is intimidating, I know.
With tacos, I don't find them all that great. In terms of, like, trying to eat stuff that's in taco form, because stuff just kind of falls out. You know, like
you're
really
just eating
easily.
It wrong.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, stuff doesn't fall out when I have a plate that I can
so
see.
So you put
the
your
food.
taco on a plate.
Well, it still doesn't really add to the or make the situation that much better. You know, it's still the same method of eating this thing that's like...
No, but it's more exciting because
I don't
tacos.
think it's necessarily more exciting. It just seems like something that isn't part of the regular diet, I guess, of people.
Yeah,
you know,
so
like
make it part of the regular diet.
Yeah,
right?
but then at that point, is it really that much superior? Like, is it really like it'll just become the new sandwich? You know, like if it was more frequently, I guess, eaten by people, you know, like, I don't know what people think about, I guess, in, I don't know, do you think the people in Mexico like eat tacos all the time? Probably.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
of course they do,
Like,
because tacos are superior.
well, I don't know.
They've
Like,
come to a
I
realization.
wonder what
Whatever.
they think about
Like
sandwiches,
thousands
though,
of
right?
years ago, right? When the Aztecs ruled Mexico, they were like, listen, people, listen up. Olmecs, like, get in here. We need to talk. Mayans, like, Incas, whatever. Everyone get in here.
Okay.
We've discovered the superior way to consume food. And if it hadn't been for Cortez bringing smallpox and whatever else crap he brought, the taco would have asserted itself as like the natural, like, superior food stuff.
Uh-huh.
It just happened that Cortez, who was a bad man for a lot of reasons, showed up, kind of stamped out the superiority of the taco in whatever pre-colonial Mesoamerica, and he robbed the world of the taco for generations until, you know, glowing globalism spread the taco far and wide.
I mean, like, I guess
Tacos.
the tacos, like, I mean, okay. What was the other thing? No, that was a burrito. Like, because I recently
Well, that's the
ate
thing,
a
right?
sushi
Like,
burrito.
burritos are
Those were
also
good.
incredible. So you don't need to just limit yourself to tacos, right? Burritos are like tacos, like, kind of bigger, rounder cousin, and they're almost as good as a taco, right? And if you include, like, burritos in the, you know, general bigger category of tacos, then now you're really in business, right? Because you've got, like, sushi burritos. You can put all kinds of things in a burrito, right? So between burritos and tacos, literally any meal, and I will stand by this, literally any meal can be converted into either a taco or a burrito.
Literally any
And
meal.
just literally any meal. I defy
Okay.
you to find any meal that cannot be converted into either a taco or a burrito. And you can just eat tacos and burritos for the rest of your life because they're delicious and incredible. Plus, if you compare like a sandwich to a taco, sandwich has a lot more carbs because it's got a lot more bread. Taco is like a very thin layer of carbs. You're getting a lot less carbs, so it's healthier for you. It's better for you. You know, it's going to help you lose weight, be a better person, be more athletic, be, you know, live longer, have a better heart, better liver, lower cholesterol.
I mean, I'm
Tacos.
pretty sure the contents of the taco weighs more into people's, you know,
Yeah, but that's
health
the thing. You
than
can put whatever you want into a taco, right?
Okay.
But like, no, but that's the thing. Like, you don't need to even make the shell out of carbs. Like, if you want, you can make the shell out of, like, lettuce or whatever, right? It would still be a taco if you just use, like, a big lettuce leaf or, like, a banana leaf or whatever instead of the taco shell, right? It's still, you know, in spirit, it's still a taco. So, like a sandwich, you can't make the bread part of a sandwich out of anything that isn't bread, right? So you have to have carbs if you're going to want to make a sandwich. But you can make the outside bit of a taco out of anything that can, you know, hold a taco shape.
But why taco? Like, why is the taco?
Because tacos are inherently better than other foodstuffs.
But why are tacos inherently better? Like,
were you listening? I've been
no,
going on about this for 17
I
minutes.
still, like, am not super clear on, like, alright.
Man, tacos are just better. All right, poll in the comments. In the comments below.
I don't even know
Also,
what that
like,
was.
comment,
That was your
subscribe.
opening.
In the comments below, I want you to write, because I know everyone who's listening to this is naturally going to agree with me that tacos is a superior form of food. I want you to write below why tacos are superior so that we can show the non-believers that the taco epiphany is the way. We're going to start a new religion. We're going to be the cult of the taco. You know, we're gonna have like, like, imagine how amazing that would be, right? It's like, knock, knock, you're at the door and you've got like two very well-dressed men with a briefcase and you're like, this again, right? And you're all like, hey, can we talk to you about like our new religion? And you're like, no, I don't want your book. It's like, hey, no, we're not handing out books.
Tacos.
We're not handing out pamphlets. We're handing out tacos. Who's gonna say no to a free taco? Right? And you'd be like, hey, come around our meeting, you know, like every Wednesday night, we're going to have tacos. People would be like, heck yeah, I want tacos.
Poison. You don't know. You know,
who would poison a taco? Who would pollute the sanctity of the taco like that? It's criminal. It's sacrilegious.
Oh, yeah? Is that it?
Plus, you can't poison things. That's illegal. You'd go to jail.
Cults never do anything suspicious, though.
Of course not. Plus, free Kool-Aid.
I don't know if I want to say I've been enlightened.
You have been enlightened. You just haven't realized it yet. You're going to be like eating some sad, boring meal. You're going to realize there's a way to tacoify it because there's always going to be a way to tacoify it. You're going to put it into a taco and you're going to be like, wow, this is better. He was right. Tacos are the best.
This is just because, like, okay, so you just eat tacos quicker.
You just take your food, shape it into tacos, and eat it like tacos.
I mean, like, is that the reason why they're so much better? Is because you can just like eat your stuff more efficiently since they're packed in.
No, but it's like tacos are like cool and interesting. And
they're cool and interesting. Well,
they just are. It's an
no
inherent thing.
That's not how arguments are supposed to work. You're supposed to have reason.
I don't care. I have tacos. I don't need reasons. Tacos are all the reason you'll ever need.
Have you ascended from the normal doldrums of arguments? You just
Yeah. I've ascended to a higher plane of existence. A plane of existence made entirely of tacos.
Alright.
Listen, I have seen Elysium, and Elysium is just a big taco store. You want to know what they serve the warriors in Valhalla? They've got mead that flows out of a goat. Actually, look it up. And they've got an infinite supply of tacos. And that's all they do. They eat tacos, they drink goat mead, and they fight. And it's amazing.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody added that to the Wikipedia after this.
Wikipedia page for Valhalla.
Yes.
Along with the mead-spinning goat, there's also an infinite supply of tacos. Or tacos are the superior food to be eaten by the warriors to prepare them for Ragnarok. Also, contrary to popular belief, Ragnarok isn't the end of the world, it's just when Valhalla runs out of tacos.